Trapped in the prism. No, empowering the prism.
Cracked it in the frack. Got to take a dark chocolate break and reground with y'all. Get some phone charging going. You know what I'm saying? Cracked it in the frack.
I thought you cut out pretty quick there.
For some reason, I cut out. Can't remember. Oh yeah, I had to gyrate. I had to hit those hamstrings. It was like one of those struggles. Like my body was gonna give out. You know how it is.
Well, you got to do what you got to do when you're doing it, and make it good while it's happening.
Like I'm dying. Yes, I'm dying. Yo, that looks like a giant, right? That's a giant. I can smell that.
Cilantro, bro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a nice bunch.
That's from Planet
That's nice and
Cilantria.
fresh looking.
I'm gonna put it in my chicken too.
Oh yeah.
Real
I know you guys
fresh.
can smell that 92%.
Chicken too.
Oh,
I just
You
had
got
some
that
stewed
Madagascar.
chicken.
You had smooth chicken?
Stewed.
Oh, but that too though. Smooth stew.
Almost.
It was pretty smooth on that low temp for a long time. I'm vibing out.
Oh my god, so good.
I got that lemon water and that coconut water.
I got it. I'll title it later.
you should have a restaurant cake stew
I'll
called
title
cake
it
stew.
later.
You should have a
Stews.
restaurant cake stew
Kristen
called cake
stews.
stew. You should have a
Stews.
restaurant cake stew.
All stews. And then I can have a dark
Yo,
chocolate bar there,
I
like a little
thought you was
cacao
going
bar.
through something for a bit. I was I had the loop on my headphones from YouTube, and I kept hearing you say the K and the stew. I was like, I think she heard you, and then you said it again and again.
Yo, you're Gyronian right now. You're like, are you on the planet Gyron where we have to say everything 15 times in order to materialize it?
I was just gonna let you go with it. I was like, okay.
UL's broken, y'all. Everybody, reboot UL. Everybody, hit your UL modems.
But no, I got some cilantro growing out right now, and I found
So
this way of Let me actually go get it.
I feel like cilantro is related to the moon or something. It's like Selena. It's like cilantro, like silence.
Oh, it
That
looks
was
good.
fast.
It done froze up on it.
It's a
I'm
moon
not
earth.
freezing my screen. I had to
I
show
think
my
it'll
screen
increase
over
your
here.
blue flame.
you know how some people have those taste buds that cilantro tastes like gasoline to them?
Yeah, or soap.
Someone's got the different taste buds, you know? It's so weird.
I don't gyrate like that.
Oh, nice. You're the gym.
Let me take it off of OBS. Oh no, I got it on both. Cool. No, these are some chop. Oh, it's VCam is taking it away. There it is. These are some
There you go.
chives that I
Working
put
them
inside
tear
this
drying.
nutrient solution. Oh, I see you over there.
Yo, getting it.
Getting them
Getting it, bro.
teardrops in. He says he wants them teardrops.
Uh, uh, drop tops. It's drop.
So yo, here goes some chives that I had just put in some nutrient solution and put it in the
Oh yeah.
window. I cut it like this much like 4 days ago, and this is like
What
4 days
type?
worth of growth.
What kind of
Oh,
solution do
wow.
you use?
I mean, let me go get it.
I'm going to put the whole bunch in.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, yeah. We need more.
Cheers.
I'm using this Flora Micro one. I saw this as the basic one to start off with, so I went with this one.
Oh, okay.
Then later on, switch to the Bloom ones for the one outside and stuff. But it's doing pretty good. Yo, where Master Creator still here? Cause he challenged me to do this prompt that I wanted to share with y'all.
Yeah.
Did it finish?
I'm still
Yeah,
here.
Oh, why did I export it like that? This right. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the beta version, but it's still pretty dope. Share the screen. Little preview right there. Alright, can y'all? Oh, sure. It's gonna be on the YouTube because I don't know where this thing is. Oh, there it is.
Oh my.
Alright. Don't switch. Here it is right here. Master Creator had challenged me to make myself doing the X Games and stuff like that and how would it be. So then I switched it all around. It's another version of me in there, but I'm gonna play. Y'all see what's going on.
Oh, sick. Skateboard.
So, did you just do a galactical kickflip?
A galactic kickflip.
Yes, I see it a couple times to see what's going on. Notice that.
That's sick, yeah. Dude, that is really fucking cool, dude.
That's
And
dope, son. You did that heck of fast, too.
You need to send that to Tony Hawk.
That tree sitting on the fence.
We gotta send it to Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, right there.
Move me out the way. There we go.
The pigeon. The pigeon.
Well, the board's actually doing a move too while you doing a move on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that true essence of skateboarding that you tapping into the whole world of things.
That is
That's
cool,
dope.
dude.
That's dope as fuck, son.
And
Yeah,
that's
that
a
is
photo
really.
scan of my actual skateboard. That's my
You
real
did that
skateboard that I
super
skateboard.
fast, bro.
Oh,
Thanks,
wow.
bro. Cause my
Your
time,
skills
I
is
be
nice.
minding
Fast,
myself
bro.
to calm down. Cause I be like, no, I know I can do this right now and finish it before I go to sleep 3 in the morning. That's the type time I be on. I make it happen. But that's a photo scan and thank you. And the skate park is an actual photo scan of the skate park that's in Chico too. I went out there with my camera and everything, took like a bazillion pictures, and then brought it
That's
over to
fire.
the program. There it is. I'm trying to pause it on the back of my skateboard, and I painted the back of
That's
my
what we're
board the
going
wrong
through right now
color.
as a gyration.
And a
That's what our
gyration,
generation.
and a timation.
Oh yeah. We're like looking through the space, and because it's like space station. It's almost like a DNA string,
Like
like
a
a string
tiration.
titration. Oh, you titrating, real shit.
Do the little
On a major
ration
wave.
of tires all the time.
Because you won't like it.
You dialectically switching and switching through the flipping of the DNA strands swiftly, and that's real ancient. Interesting.
I'm gonna bring
That's
it
so.
back even more. I'm gonna have it so
Oh,
that
that
it can
vibe
pop
is.
off of whatever art is on, so you can see the animation play when you scan it with your phone or with the glasses and
That
stuff.
art form in the mat. What is that in the back? That's immaculate. The vibe and everything. That's crazy.
Oh, that's another thing. The color form in the background, not the one to the left, but the one to the right in the background, that was
affected?
created with AI. I asked the AI to
Oh,
create that, and then I included it into this
does,
as some of the background.
does the skateboard bring that turtle shell bubble with it like that?
Yep.
That is gyration turtle.
I didn't think of
That's
that,
dope.
but that's the concept. I was going with the feeling. The other guy had the feeling too. He's like, I want to use a turtle. And then the way it came to it, just like everything. That's why I just say some encouragement out there. Like I didn't know if I was gonna create that big boom at the end, But every time I kept talking about it, I kept saying, and then it just disappears and kickflips into a black hole. And it's like, everybody I told it to, like, all right, I guess I gotta put that in there now. But no, there's many more to come. And I'm a NFT this for copyright reasons and have it available in other ways. So we can tie it together. And even bring it together in more and more. Because I hidden some things in there that's tied to other projects I'm working on. And then it's all going to tie together.
Outstanding.
No, it's something being able to use the AI in helping even show what's possible for yourself, like being around Michelangelo and be like, yo, I could do that too. So it's not the AI, it come out of fear. I see in a lot of videos that try to coming up on YouTube, and they do some good explanation on like how is the AI going to change the art field, and is it going to take it away from the individual, the inspiration, and sparks and stuff. But I don't think nothing can take away anything from who you really are. Once you start working on it, like, if you're gonna do something, that's what you do. So like, oh, that's in the gym. And it sounds like I'm talking to somebody that I'm not talking to. Where's it? Yeah. Yeah, he getting into all these animations and stuff.
It only makes sense that True is freaking out because once you did the kickflip, his whole world flipped upside down into another dimension. Like, so he was on the bench freaking out, like, "Oh shit!"
The never-ending story.
Yeah, because like even like you know how people do freak out anyway, like when they see like a dope ass move, like, "Oh my god!" Like they just
It
truly
turns your
freak out,
world
like, "How the
upside
hell did
down.
he do that?" Yeah.
And then depending on how you work that energy around is what you're gonna be doing next. Like, some people work that around and then they come up with something like similar, but probably even better. Or just go to the astonishment and learn to get some more things out. But I think every time we go into astonishment, it's displaying tools and stuff and things that we can use in our further journeys. I just had to spook you a bit, rowdy you up a bit. That's how it always is. But he's talking about nightmares and stuff earlier. Oh, speaking of nightmares, you gotta use this to somebody else. But he's speaking of talking about nightmares earlier, and about True was talking about telling his kid and stuff about, yeah, so you see it, so just look at it. Like, I tell my daughter to say so much similar things. Like, I tell her my dreams about things that I had, experiences that I had about seeing things, and how I view it about being a creation of something. Like, somebody created that. Like, at the end of all things, it was created. And then once you start creating that, like, if you want to draw a funny looking picture with a smile on it or a scary face, like, just do it. And then you'll see for yourself why you created it. And then if you run across it, you can even appreciate it for what it is. Like, oh, that's what this is. And then you'll get something that a regular, well, not regular, but somebody that you in the past didn't get. It's funny how that works. Well, it's cool how it works. I always say funny because it is funny. Because we like try to fight it or embrace it. And then some people that embrace it a lot, we try to make rules around people that don't want to embrace it. Or just watch it and have fun. No, stay trippy. Stay trippy. There's a lot of things I was going on that I want to tie about. They'll pop up as we go on. But I've been really working a lot on that animation for the past 2 days.
Yeah, that's You getting faster and faster. I'm working on that, bro. It's like, man, like imagine when you first started and how long it would have took for you to do something like that when you first started compared to now. It's like you're damn near knocking it down in 24 hours.
Yeah, and it's mostly just the know-how. Oh, my head.
But you said an S&N like a firearm.
Smooth ass, like military grade type of crazy ass strap that was attached to this holster thing. And my homie was like, I gotta grab that. We're going to this shit right now to fractal somebody. And I was like, you know what? Let me grab that so I can be the one holding it. So I know how to fractalize. And then I was like, we're not even gonna bring that. We're not even gonna go do all that. I think the dream turned off in another direction. So I was blue flame. It was weird, bro. I remember putting it, stashing it away in the dream. I stashed the strap. Then there's this other part of the dream, like these cops came to get, like wherever I was at, the cops were like raiding a house or something. And then all of a sudden, as I'm walking out, they turned into exterminators. Like as I'm seeing them, they have all the regular stuff on for police, but then all of a sudden they're exterminators.
It was the Ghostbusters.
Exactly. Oh yeah, there's some weird ass dreams. I feel like it's other people's dreams that we deal with, like in that realm too. All those different influences, it's like other people dreaming of that stuff. All of our dreams are colliding somehow.
Yeah, they do. That's why some people be saying you living out my dreams. It's all core. It's all intermingling with each other. And whose dream is who in the first place? Like what reality we jumping into? I was trying to find the time where I was writing down my dreams, but it's like it disappeared.
Try to use notes on your phone or
Yeah, on my phone. Wow. I know I wrote that stuff down. Or did I?
you was dreaming you wrote that. What layer was it down on?
This one I don't even know. I said I was winning Jin my dream giant turtles. Giant turtles. Oh, that's not it. It's all good.
What I usually do anyway is just like that. You know, use a couple words, a few sentences just to kind of remember it.
Yeah, in a certain mind state, it will unlock his keys.
I had a book here.
Dang, I had like a million.
Who's that talking right now?
I think I'm gonna go.
I don't know. Oh, somebody in the gym probably would do that.
Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, let me look up this. See if sign it. Enter.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's why I stopped talking.
Oh, why she need to talk to the blue flame instead? What happened to your audio just now? We can't hear you, brother.
I can't. No.
Yeah, your audio cut out. Okay.
Your audio cut out. We can't hear you at all.
Alright, I'm about to. Test. Alright, my back. Yeah. Yeah, thinking they know what they doing.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing a light up, huh?
Blank state is where. Well, it's not where it's funny, and like anything that happens, it just happens.
Yeah.
It reminds
Adapting.
me of the King of the Hill intro, where they just was saying, "Yep, yep," and they're just like chilling.
And you know what's so funny in the King of the Hill thing? You know how it has those Laos characters in it? Those people that's supposed to be speaking
Yeah.
Laotian or whatever. Like every time they make them say something, they just make them say gibberish like I don't make no sense. I don't even read that. But it's funny to me. I'll be like, I wonder if people actually listen to that and really think like, yeah, they chose the right language to speak it.
Yeah, they're speaking real stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if people actually think that. Like, yeah, they're speaking real stuff. That's just fucking stupid.
That's how it is. There was another movie I just saw that was like that. They didn't. The people were just kind of speaking gibberish to kind of act like they were speaking, I think, Chinese.
But it's harder to get away with it with Chinese because it's like, nah, you can't. The language is widely known. You can't just, or you can do it, shit, because it's still funny. Where you going, Blue Flammery?
Getting them that legs in.
Yeah.
You know when you're getting the legs in the gym, the girls got to come over and ask you some leg questions.
Oh, yeah. Like, I just started. I'm on week 4 now. I don't see no results.
Yeah.
I just need to know what's going on. That's when Blue Flame got to hit her. Well, you got to come to the private session. Girl, I'm on the live. I'm talking. He's trying to tell me to be quiet. Who is he talking? He's too fucking little to be talking to me.
Are you watching something, Ty?
No, I'm just here. My
Hmm.
mind, I went live, but my mind keep on like just listening mode.
No, I keep hearing like a voice or something, so I was like,
Oh,
all
no,
right.
that
What's in the
was
background? No,
my
that's the
background.
background.
Oh, okay.
Please.
It just feels
Yeah.
good to feel peace. Well, this kind of peace for a minute.
Yeah.
Not too much going on. Feel like we're doing a lot. I got more ideas of what I want to do in between, but no, you can't kill yourself. I got about like 5 projects that I could just stop and jump to. It's like that's always going to be like that. That's why I'm trying to get my little brother here within like the middle of August. Finally, he got a little change to help pay for his ticket.
All right.
So he gonna have some fun. He be hitting the gym too. I said, "You hitting the gym? What you hitting? Like what?" We're using these terms. But he like 14, 15 now. I'm gonna introduce him to these, to this life, to the nature, and all of my VR stuff.
More than he's seen. Yeah.
And just let him be able to relax with his thoughts for moments of time and stuff. Bring up some real conversations in the moments, like some actual
Yeah.
conversations. Just like, oh, it's nice today.
You talking about your little brother, Ty? Or
Yeah.
somebody else?
No, my little brother.
He
Found out
he ain't come
several
visit
weeks
you
ago.
yet, huh?
Nope, none of my fam did. My mom's scared to catch a plane. That's mostly her reasoning. No, I'm lying. My grandma did.
Yeah,
3
you
years
said your
ago.
grandma. Yeah.
My grandma
Yeah,
came 3 years
yeah.
ago. She said,
Oh.
forget everybody else in the family because they was playing too much. She said, I'm gonna come by myself. She left her husband, grandkids, everything. It was funny. She popped up. I guess that's the chambers of the mind we go through. That's why I see that a lot of life I've been freestyling, and I really got back into tune to what I'm really meaning, and be like, hey man, sometimes you can write a song instead of just freestyling because you know what happened. Like you move a little too fast.
Yeah.
Moving a little too fast. Cause I was thinking about my grandma mixing it in. She just sent me a message saying about mushrooms and stuff like that. Said, mushrooms. Oh, then go before I got into that about how you could be going through stuff, and then you'll say something out loud and believe it yourself, and then go with it and not even hear the back thought or that experience that perpetuated you to even be that
Yeah,
to
think
say
that
that
way, yeah.
confusion. Yeah. Because like my grandma last week had sent me something saying a whole like 3 paragraphs about only God is the true is the true Jesus is the true God or something like that, and you can't get the truth from no hallucinogenic mushroom. And then I didn't open it up. I just like, oh, that's my grandma. I just accepted it, but it kept playing in the back of my head. And then eventually, because I still call her too, she talked to me. She said, "Did you ever see my message on Facebook?" I said, "Yeah, Grandma, I saw it. I saw it." And then I was just like laughing. I used to like add to it. She said, "Yeah, I just had to make sure I told you." And then we started talking about something else. She said, I don't make
Yeah,
comments
that's
on your page, but I don't think it's time for me to say something to you. I love you so very much. In my opinion, you have a mind of a genius. I don't like seeing you waste your mind on things that shouldn't be going into your body, things that will eventually harm you. I pray in the name of Jesus that you will. I never actually read it till just now, so it's probably personal, but I pray in the name of Jesus that you will allow the Holy Spirit to change your mind, which will change your unhealthy desires. Sound like um just the messenger.
Yeah, well, yeah, 'cause- yeah, or
but not
somebody
not
who hasn't
not
actually
not
been
all the
listening.
way.
If they listen to like your actual like page and stuff like that, they'd realize that's what you're saying anyway. You know, you've changed your mind. You've opened yourself up to this connection. You know.
I did. That's why I just be accepting it. Like, all right, in her world, I'm playing that metal music.
Yeah.
But like, remember that one Indian? I don't think it was a gin or something you showed me, Yoel, but it was like that Indian, looking like a giant, but he was like the king of mirages or some shit.
Oh yeah, Lord of Illusions, Maya. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of cultures do believe it's like some type of entity out there that creates these illusions for us, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the culture is but that also is the one that they also say is God. It
Yeah, because they say God created everything.
yeah, the in like the Buddhist teaching, Maya, Lord of Illusions, is what everybody else calls God. It's basically like Gnostic teachings, like
Oh,
Yaldabaoth.
I know what you're talking about now with the word Maya. I remember running across that word a lot and it meaning illusion. And now
Yeah.
it's a what is that called? What would you call it? A render engine like Blender used to create. It's called
Oh yeah,
Maya.
yeah. The Maya, yeah, is also an engine. Yeah, yeah,
And use it to create more illusions.
yeah. I wonder if that's actually where they decided to get the name from.
Somebody had to know.
Definitely.
Unless they think about the ancient Mayans. I don't know. Like they was on to something.
How you doing, Kat?
Arigato.
Oh, Maya means from the Sanskrit create.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sanskrit.
Maya is the creator of the world. Yeah, yeah. Because this is the like the dream. Like when we say we come to these understandings, like this is the dream, or what people would say, this is all in the mind of God, or you know, it's all to that same thing. You know, it's some people do the thing. I guess like it's like what True was talking about earlier. Like some people have systems where they're trying to escape the reality or life, and some people have systems where they're trying to move more into it.
Yeah, add to it, build it up more.
Yeah, and I was talking to my brother 2 days ago. He was playing the game, and he was going to Elden Ring. And I said, man, I gotta play that Elden Ring game, Renzo. Like I hear everybody talking about it. I just gotta say that I completed it. I want to say that. I want to be able to say that. He said, yeah, I beat it like 5 times. I think I'm no. He said I'm about to play it again. And then he already told me before he beat it 5 times already. I was like, why you want to play it again? He said, well, every time you play it, it's different. And they don't like you can make it up every way you do it. So I make sure I don't do the same thing different times. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it's this other game he playing called Ark Survival, which is more to the point. Where he was saying how it could be like 50 people in the server and they all get together to create things that's going on. And I was like, hey, you ever see the Matrix movie at the end where Neo and them went back into that world because they knew that they'd go back and like change some things or make it certain ways so they knew what it was? I was like, that's kind of what you're doing right now.
Yeah. They went back to tell them like, yeah, we know how this works now. We're gonna build in this world. But I've noticed, like, even in like the different Buddhist traditions, like the Tibetan Buddhist and other Buddhist systems, are like they can kind of vary in how they see the teachings of Buddha and the different types of Buddha like hoods that you can kind of reach yourself to.
It is different, and you'll find yourself doing different things in your life, depending on which attunement you in. I remember the self-sacrifice. Like, I don't need this. I don't need none of this. And then going into like, cause now people used to be surprised at seeing Buddhists with cell phones.
Yeah.
Or even glasses at times in the past.
Yeah.
Or yeah, that used to be crazy to see a monk driving a car. Like there is a monk in a robe driving a brand new car.
Yeah.
What is going on?
And he's a Buddha Shiva, the ones that like still here to show the way. Like you could drive with this tomorrow too.
But we don't have to depend on everybody to drive us around. We could actually be independent and start doing it. They used to have to get. Cause back in the day, I used to see them. It used to be like a charter bus or like a some type of bus that'd pick them all up if they had to go somewhere and do a prayer somewhere or something. But now they're just pulling up at your house like 9:00. Will you guys be ready for the blessing?
Yeah, they've come to an awareness of independence and how much potential is in there.
Yeah.
Just being themselves, cause they was raised monks too. Like a lot of them didn't say, "Oh, I just want to be a monk." It's like just born in that culture.
Yeah. And it don't really matter what religion you subscribe to, as long as you don't stop using your mind. Like that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like you should never give up. Like no matter what, even based on your religion, you still have that moral compass. Like what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
Like never let something overshadow you. Like that's just wrong. And even if your religion is telling you, "Oh, it's okay to do this," just go by the light. You should know, like this ain't right.
Yeah, when you come to certain levels of awareness, it doesn't matter what teachings systems have in the past. You've now allowed like new programs to be accessed. Yeah.
Oh my God!
And being able to kind of write your own system. Anyway, you're always able, especially when you come to like the level of what they call the levels of enlightenment. You get to that ability where you're like, oh, I'll start to control my beliefs instead of, oh, I have to live it and see it and do it this way.
It's just like the Hollywood story and trying to be an actor. I gotta write my scripts or learn to do my own movies and stuff like that. I gotta sign myself up for the subscription.
Excuse me.
It changes the whole game after that. Because then all those things that people be going through, being starving actresses and stuff like that, for Hollywood, you don't gotta do that no more. Or actor. There's more lanes in the game.
Yeah. You perceive, all the different, like, I think we were talking with somebody the other day, but it's like the grooves. Oh yeah, I was talking to Charisma. You perceive all the grooves in the board. It's not just, oh, I got to be staying in this one groove or I'm going against the grain. You realize there's many different grooves that you can go with the grain and still, be moving smooth.
Yeah. And I think that's the real, a cool truth behind you have everything that you need. Because it would ring bells to like people like, no, I don't. Like, you have everything we need to like be comfortable to even evolve to the next step and like comprehend what's going on. Because something else is going to happen.
Yeah, the task that you're dealing with, you have all the insights that you need just to access those intuitions, to let yourself, instead of using the frustration in that moment, to just let those intuitions guide you and like flow you through the moment.
Get your TAI senses tingling. Like the spidey senses.
Yeah, kind of like when you're reaching. Have you ever like been reaching for something and you can't find it with your hand, and your hand's kind of down there searching, and you're getting frustrated, and it's getting harder and harder to sense what you're actually touching?
People personify that as a monster.
Yeah, As soon as you calm it down, yeah, you can even become something that you pull your hand away from because you don't even know what it is. You know,
Yeah.
you come towards the fear, but as soon as you calm down and you're like, oh, and you just gonna have your hand underneath there, or you just reach and grab, and you can kind of even see almost what things are in your hand. Yeah.
That's how I
There's
work.
there's been
Exactly.
times where I've actually been able to even see like the piping in the wall just by there's still drywall and everything on, but just by how your kind of mind works, you kind of can see how they must have tracked the pipe this way. It had to have gone this way or that way, and it'll be right there, right when you cut into it, or yeah,
And it seemed like magic, but it's like tapping into the mind of the creator. Like what
yeah,
already is there. What was already
yeah,
created.
yeah.
Like what
Like
senses do
how
we usually rely on for our experience?
yeah, like how people used to do dowsing and stuff as well. They'd be able to find water or different minerals for people.
And no matter how much people try to deny it, it's like, hey, people use
Yeah,
this to actually.
yeah, they still do it. Yeah,
And it
with
helps
numbers
save
that
a
know
lot of
that they
people.
can do it. Yeah.
And that's that intuition game for you.
Down to people using astrologers and different types of tarot card readers, because even the how people will go, well, no, well, I've tried it and it didn't work for me. But certain people, when they've gotten into that system and start to learn that language and feel that energy, they
Mm-hmm.
can kind of tell you kind of good perspectives of different potentials that are kind of unfolding in front of you
Yeah, trust you.
just
Like,
by some cards. Yeah.
understand. I've been like Kakashi on Naruto. He was able to like copy jutsus with a Sharingan on and be able to recreate them. Like it was a
Oh
time
yeah.
where I was real deep into tarot and everything, and learning about
Yeah.
the little ins and outs of it. And it was really like it was really for what was going on at the time, and even times when it pops up randomly. I'm like, oh okay, I see where that's going. It's just not
Yeah.
everything, but I see where it's going.
Yeah, you see how the cards can by having a certain limited like versions of like basically like any symbols. You can use a
Hmm.
certain limited symbols to kind of express a whole bigger meaning or see a bigger meaning.
And you get to interpret it for yourself instead of
Yeah.
saying the death card turned over and you waiting patiently or with anxiety at the interpreter like, oh man, what does this mean? You like, oh
Hell yeah.
okay. That would cause somebody a big frantic. I remember my mom said she used to go see mediums and psychics when she was younger, but she had blamed it for why she had problems later in life, which is what a lot of people are taught. If you went to these
Yeah.
things younger, you opened up the spirits, like what Big Chill was talking about earlier. You opened up portals in your house, and the demon's going to come and get you.
Yeah. But not yeah, but like I was saying too, it's how you in tune to certain energies, but then how your belief system is going to perceive these things anyway.
Yeah,
So
she's still full blood grandma raised Christian. So
yeah,
when she encountered those things, even though she was branching out with her own mind, when it didn't like give her exactly what she was used to, she went back to what she was used to.
yeah. And a lot of times that what they're used to is they don't want to really have like the certain connection that they were actually seeking with what they were calling the divine. And when they get that connection, and it kind of shows them themselves first, because a lot of times it's like clear water. You're looking into clear water. Before you look deep into the water, you see your reflection. And from a
Is my
certain
microphone
perspective,
clear? I'm sorry. Is my microphone clear right now?
yeah,
Or
it's
is
pretty
it?
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I had to turn off the air conditioner. I looked at the bar, it was all shooting up while I wasn't saying nothing. I was like, what's going on? Is that music you heard?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
as you were saying?
Wind, yeah, the wind sounds can do that. Yeah, but like when you're looking into what people call the divine, it's like clear water many times. And that when you see your reflection in there, that's the like it's like the same thing like Regal was talking about with the bear. It can kind of shock you and fear when you see your full self. All the different aspects and different layers of yourself and all the different potentials. And a
Yeah,
lot of times people turn away from that.
I was just visualizing like a person standing there, and you see like all like change the opacity of one of them, and then you have like 50 of them, and they just keep on moving in and out, and then you move up to interact with it, and then like whatever's going on with your vibe and intention, it feels it, and you still see all those faces on, but it like pushes out this one face towards you,
Yeah,
like
the
the
one that is more, yeah. Yeah, but that's funny because in that story that Nabi was playing, there's that being that I was talking about, what they call the Mother of Darkness. That's basically what she's doing. She's ever shifting.
hmm
She's like always shifting through all the other like forms and stuff like that. And she's the one sister that all the other divine try to keep in like a certain
I
code
know.
because she does change. They can't. They are doing order to try to keep her change in check. Yeah.
I was gonna say, to tie into that, I know a little bit about the Mother of Darkness, like just how they use that term. It was this
Yeah.
video when I was getting into Wicca and like looking and interested in what these people doing, and even like, oh, all right, and sometimes this is what it is, blah blah blah. But it was this song called Mother of Darkness. It was a chant. It was like Mother of Darkness, Mother of Light, soul beneath us, earth beneath us, soul in flight. Songs
Yeah.
of love and love of light guide us to our heart. Something like
Yeah. Yeah. You realize that it was kind of like half of the mortal realm. You know,
That's all the
the
truth.
ones that did order are the ones that why in the mortal realm there are forms still, and everything has certain like the bears are bears and not like a bear, spider, monkey,
that.
whatever. Yeah. But
Man,
yeah,
pig.
that's because that's basically what her power would do. She'd still keep changing and shifting things on an extreme rate. It's actually a really good story. It even goes into like there was different mystical creatures in certain planes that didn't have like full purpose and potential. Kind of like how True said he was in that place, and that guy was like, "Yeah, you didn't create the rest of this world. Yeah, like you just left me here." Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and there's like certain animals and things like that that didn't weren't fully created. They didn't like even think about making them mates or anything like that.
Yo, you just you sparked some imagination of a book that I wrote, that I tried to write, and I was reminded that I've been trying to write. I've been doing stories for a long time. I was in high school, 10th grade, and I was over my bro house because he used to be into writing fan fiction too. So I was
Yeah,
tried to come up with my own story, and it's about like these gods, and they had like these. It was kind of animal related too, but they existed in another realm. And I'm trying to remember as much as I could, but I can't. I wrote names for them and everything,
I
but
think
it was about these
when people get
gods.
these ideas and stuff, they should go ahead and try to like either jot them down or go ahead and try to write them into something because a lot of times people think, "Oh, this is not no one's really gonna want to like this," but these are the stories that everybody else, is really looking to. There may be like small groups at first, but over time, maybe even after the time you're not in existence, that story eggs on or leads to somebody else writing another story or a piece of it, something keeps domino pushing, fractaling off.
That's the view of having of working really, of working with the true self. Like when I'm really
Yeah,
doing something, because like it's bigger than me and like bigger than
yeah,
even my expectations or intentions.
yeah. The true self is that all connection. Yeah,
Just gotta let it out. Like I don't know why I do half the things I do. Especially like I say, I'd be saying, "Oh, I gotta do a video a day or do this or that," but beyond that, it's just like I don't even know. I'm just doing it, like
yeah,
just in the moment. Like I know I could do it like this and that, but in the moment, it's calling for something like this. So I'm getting more
yeah.
into that flow. Like anything is content. It's all gonna be picked up on something.
Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
That's the only reason ASMR exists right now and stuff like that. Anything is content. Watch me peel this tape. I ain't think anybody ever want to watch me peel this tape. Then you get 5 million views. But now I'm gonna work on the Tussle Tulebe book too. That was on my mind last week. I was like, yeah, that actually is still out there. I want to try to get a physical copy. I just got the digital copy on Amazon right. But all of these are potential builds too that I put out there that I know for future teams that I want to work with that bring it into like fully developed fully developed dimensions that you won't even try to think of as virtual. To be you become the character and stuff like that. They got some cool examples out there being made. I played in VR and they take you through a storybook. And you like zoom in. When you press next page, you get to look around the room, but you get to walk around and then you see the words pop up for the chapter and stuff. Another thing I've been intensely working on in my field is gardening and getting these peppers growing and these tomatoes. And I got a mushroom patch going on, trying to get some wine cap mushrooms growing. And I'm working on like a whole mythology behind it. I already have. I've been working with the AI and Photoshop, Blender, and coming up with like I want to create like over 300 images that's based around the peppers and different scenarios, different creatures and stuff like that, and create a whole mythology behind the peppers that's growing. And you're gonna be able to see it through the art, and it's gonna be a book, it's gonna be an online book. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna come out in many different forms.
The last thing you want to sell.
Out there, but it's gonna have about over 300 unique different characters. I could show. If I could find the page, I could show y'all some of it. Story. Hot fire. Over here.
Dope, Ty. Dope.
This one is fun. The AI created this one. I'm gonna turn it around, but it's funny. Hold on, where's another?
Hey, the AI is pretty dope with the ideas you give it.
Here, go this one. I put a lot. I had like
That's so trippy.
20 different prompts.
Still on the same one. It's still on the same one, Ty.
Oh, it's still the same one.
Closer to like imagining the same things we're imagining, it'll start to be like erasing consciousness or something.
Oh, it is. It's certain ones because you all had brought it to my attention. Like, what ones do I work with? Because I work with like 5, 6 different ones. Generators is like similar to what I'm actually producing in my own imagination. And one of them, Disco Diffusion, is really good like that to that. And the Dolly one, I didn't get to use that one, but so that one is really well. That one makes photorealistic things, as opposed to what you thinking. I don't know yet till I.
I thought you were using that one the other day. Was that not Dolly?
It was the Dolly Mini, and I found out that they just used that name. They're not like the official Dolly. So they made another one called Crayon. Yeah, you can use. There it is. I think it's
Shit.
switched up for this one now.
Shit, I'll be back. I'll be right back.
There goes the.
Oh yeah, we see it now. That's dope. That's dope as hell. I can see somebody tagging that at a skate park, hella big.
Right.
Whoa! Just went into infinity. Share it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And these are still the low, like these are still the beta ones. That's why they so low resolution and stuff. I got a lot of, but the concept, a lot of concepts there. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that one looks like a character.
I tried to get it to
Some
mix up Naruto with a hot pepper, but it just put Naruto next to a hot pepper. It did that like 10 times. I said, all right, I just upload this on Instagram or something.
That's dope.
This one I got mushrooms popping out. I think this one I put mushrooms. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, instead of looking at the past, before I go, I'm gonna go on Dolly Mini, put in some prompts. Cause it's wild, cause we're actually training the AI as we put in more prompts, cause it's learning from what everybody is putting in as well. So all it's doing is growing and growing even more and more. How this relationship just popped, but it's always been there. And now it's like being used too in the 3D world, like 3D VFX, but helping create textures and patterns and stuff. So you don't have to spend too much time trying to figure it out, and you can keep on going into the bigger picture. It's like people like me, I don't have a whole department to take care of the lighting, the texturing, and this and that and that. So it's empower. It's going to like it's actually empowering a lot of smaller. I don't even want to say smaller businesses, but yeah, people working more. People would not less. People working less on more on their own. Dang, that was a mouthful. I'm gonna type in Polycat
Oh, that's fine.
1960s.
That's a small monster. Man. Come on. Yeah, close the door.
Delivery.
Okay.
Oh, you can't even use Dolly Mini anymore. Every time you hit run, they take you straight to Crayon. They like, all right.
Yeah. What are you doing? You just controlling my TV? Huh?
I'm gonna run another one. Run.
put put Rainbow Flame King.
Was it good? Because I really want to go see it.
What style of
You
art?
gotta you have to put a style.
I
No,
feel
they
like
don't
Put
have
Rob.
that.
Rainbow Flame,
Yeah, Rob.
King Magician, and Anime. Let's see what happens.
You scrolling my TV. She thinks my TV's touch screen, so she's up there trying to scroll.
Like, you don't got one of those yet.
Like, what is wrong with your
You go
TV?
to the dry. You should go to the dry.
Get this fixed.
Oh, I typed in Alley Cat 1960 psychedelic rave. It produced these black and white pictures of people at a rave.
In the
They done found,
1960s.
they done found your other personalities, Cat.
Hey,
Cast it out.
AI is trippy as hell, bro.
Yeah, because these people don't exist. We just made them exist.
AI is fucking trippy.
But it doesn't. This one doesn't do good with faces. It's gonna get
I'm
better.
trying to find one that you will like.
This one's still going. Oh, here go one they made.
Hold on a second. We gotta mute.
This one
No,
actually
that's
looks like it's from.
yeah, Bleach or something.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
can't get faces. But there. This one is dope. Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but like I said before, this definitely I'm seeing this changing the game of a lot of things. Like talking about personal empowerment and something being able to create things for you, even down to food, like in Star Trek. Just put it in and just output some food that you can eat. People always like, what is it made out of? I don't know. Let's see. Biden, empty. Comic strip. I found this other AI that come up with prompt generators. I was like, dang. People going, it's going to be, in the future, it's going to be like not that much need. I mean, depending on what field you take, people going to take the field of not having to so-called think for themselves, even though what is doing the thinking. Because that kind of happened now. I'm thinking of like, if you don't know what you want to eat today, you just roll the dice or something like that, or throw a dart on the wall. How random is that compared to an AI telling you what to eat? Even though it probably say it's based off of your nutrition level from yesterday. I actually produced a comic strip that I can't read at all. And notice how a comic strip looks. Last one I'm gonna put out here before I finish is the master creator rolling.
Me too. I need to know the right way to do
It's another one I like to use called Mid Journey, but I ran out of my everything I was paying for. I gotta pay. And I found this other one that was based in Russia. It doesn't do pretty good at all. Oh, even though it did this one, somebody asked for Stallion on the cover of Vogue. Lil Peep playing basketball thing, but it didn't actually. Yeah, this one is kind of. I did a couple of them. Get what I even.
Apartment.
They just showed the blunt. The master creator is a hand.
The whole house.
Just like in Super Smash Bros. When you got to the ending,
See,
I
you
was
fought the
thinking
master glove.
that. Master creator person. Being.
I can't wait you now though. I'm too broke.
I'm gonna go get some things done.
$20.
Then I'm gonna come back tonight with some loud energy. Tie it all together. I didn't have a microdose earlier. I just took one about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm recovering from I was drinking. Was
It's the
off a
good
little
times.
extracurricular activities.
That was supposed to be me last night, but I fell asleep early.
I woke up hella late. I woke up by the time you got online. I missed True's whole show. I was on that. I had just missed it too.
Oh yeah, they're not showing you as a person. The master creator is a hand.
But is it on them?
But the
Because
formed
they
hand at that.
you gotta be paying for it.
Yes, they can't make hands.
Yeah.
Alright, hopefully this one ends out big. Big money, big money. They put a band as just out now. The rest of them. Yeah, this one is wacky. That's not me. I'm me.
That's the coolest looking one right there.
Yeah, I like this. I just said other ones, oh, this one gonna be censored. I'm gonna see what come out. I type in a nigga.
You bored today?
I actually did it before. I just want to see if it happens again. It's not what you expect.
Let's see what this AI comes up with. Crayon.
I put in cracker. It just kept showing me a cracker.
Oh, put in like trans-dimensional free energy device or something like that.
Put in a chink.
Free. They gonna say a chink in armor? I don't know what you mean. That's what I found weird.
Put chink bean. Put two beans after chink.
I had put in cracker. They showed me cracker, I put in a nigga, they showed me a person.
That's hella funny.
And I could just make up something. That was the funny thing about it. It's running. I don't even know. It's coaching. I wrote that word down. Oh yeah, they got rappers. This one looked like Lil Wayne.
We could probably find out what rapper that is if we looked at the chains closely.
No, they made the AI made up the chain. Like
Wow.
it's not taking an image and data mosh and put thing. It's making this up on its own.
Wow.
That's what made it so funny to me. I was like, yeah, gang signs, chains, sunglasses. I like it though.
That's crazy.
It is, isn't it? And then I put in a black person, and it was like somebody from the suburbs or just somebody that's not from the hood into the rap culture. It was funny. Oh wait, brains dimensional free energy. Oh, that is showing the. I can use this though for some thumbnails. Cool images.
Was it? What was a chink? What was that? It was showing the animal.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back to it. I say that. Yeah.
A deer mixed with a rabid
Huh.
rat.
Wait, let me see what pops up when I Google that and put in animal. See if it's like some kind of animal symbol.
That's how it's done.
Looked like a goat mixed with a rabbit mixed with a cat.
We just invented a new animal.
Deer.
Yeah.
When I put in chink animal, it comes up with this parasite looking bug.
Looks like a fucking bed bug and shit.
So this is something totally that it just thought of on its own. That's what you mean? I like this one. Portions all as it. This one is nice.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks like an otter mixed
Okay,
with
you
a
gotta change
fucking
plans, though.
wolf deer. I don't know. That looks like a squirrel mixed with a.
I'm gonna type in the answer to world peace
Oh
and
yeah.
destruction. I'm gonna see how it answers it. I type in.
Yeah.
Answer.
Give it something so.
Hold on. What the? Oh. I'm like, I spelled it right, but my mom kept telling me something else. I spelled answer right. Oh, wait, when you think about it too, brain's dimensional free energy. And like the AI showed it right on. It's right there. It's probably show lighten up certain spots where you can enact. Like if you get the neurochemistry pumping
Yeah.
right there, you make some stuff
Uh-huh.
happen.
Right.
Like look how it's separated this one. Oh no, this one's showing the frontal lobe and the hemispheres and everything. This one took like a fourth dimensional 3D picture of a fourth dimensional object. Please twist it up. I got this one's the first one. Just a brain stem. Let me just put in concept. I mean blueprint. There it is. Give me the blueprint. Oh, it's taking a long time to get the answer to world peace and destruction. Usually it was like it says too much traffic. Oh, no. We'll try again in 15 seconds. And in this one, I'm going to put the answer to world peace, and then the other one, put destruction. Gotta see it all. All right, here goes the blueprint. The brain's dimensional free energy. I gotta enhance this with another AI. I'm gonna ask this to another AI that can clear blueprint hashtag but modifier. This one made the brain blue. See, here we go, lighting up them certain hemispheres again. Oh, they just gonna show destruction pictures. It's the Earth running into the Earth. The answer to world peace and destruction is the Earth destroying the Earth. It's like you destroyed yourself. That is the true answer. Oh, I like that concept.
The quantum reality portal of Earth will open up and destroy this world and replace it with a new Earth.
And it's what's destruction to some is peace to others.
Yeah, yeah. No one ever really notices it happened because they were all on that new Earth and portaled in.
We just showed up.
What just happened?
Like how they say the ant people, the Native Americans, say they just showed up. Well, they said they came
Yeah,
from underground, but no telling what's going on before they got here.
it's funny that it showed the transdimensional energy device as a brain. Free. Do high voltage free energy device.
Gotcha.
Or alien high voltage free energy device. Or energy device.
Hmm. And it's funny how these things work. Because my own daughter, she was getting addicted for like 2 days to this app that kept saying it can read your mind. It was pretty good too, because it's connected to the internet. So you gotta ask it, you gotta think of something, and then like keep asking it questions, and it goes down the line and stuff like that. But since it's connected, it be asking some specific questions. I was like, wait a second. I'm trying to remember exactly. I was trying to think of a person, and it had got the person that I was thinking about that was in a cartoon. It was asking, is this somebody's wife? It'll come back. But they used to have those things you at the carnivals. I was thinking that I can tell your future, and they have like the whole genie in the box, all the lights and flashes. Oh, got something. These are like MIDI controllers. High free energy device. They put an alien head on it. Like I present to you the high voltage. This is my favorite. Plug it in. All right, they said to answer the world peace. They got the peace symbol. Oh, there's some good. Everybody on YouTube, thank y'all for coming on our podcast number 177. Very chill, but very real.